The World to Come. The Restored Church of God presents David C. Pack, answering life's greatest questions straight from the Bible and announcing the wonderful good news of the world to come.
Staggering events will soon shock the whole world. Great prophecies in the book of Revelation show how and when these catastrophic events will occur. This broadcast begins vital understanding that will forever change your outlook on the future. You must have the keys that unlock what lies ahead, as well as the entirety of the book of Revelation. This stunning book of prophecy is opened, revealed, and explained at last. Watch until the end and follow all of the setup. Unrest grows daily around the world. Terrorism mounts, and bad news increases while good news is increasingly scarce. Conditions worsen almost daily. Man has tapped the power of the atom, but science and technology have seemingly run amok, producing horrific new inventions. Now, more and more countries possess weapons of mass destruction. This danger is compounded because mistrust and strife between nations have never been greater. Also, human decadence and immorality, famine, disease, racism, and competition among ethnic rivals, as well as crime and violence, are exploding. Where are these downward trends leading? Will human life survive? What does the future hold? Everyone wants to know. Many have opinions, but few recognize where to find the answers. Others think they understand the prophecies of the Bible, and this is probably most true of the book of Revelation. Yet all popular human interpretations of this book, at best, border on ludicrous. They are a complete jumble of ideas where a little truth is mixed with much error. Some are almost painful to read. Yet major magazines report that great numbers do believe these dangerous, counterfeit scenarios. What is the truth about prophecy? What does the Bible really say about events preceding Jesus Christ's return? His disciples wanted to know, and they asked him, "What shall be the sign of your coming and of the end of the world," or age? Sobering world conditions make this question loom larger than ever. Nothing that has occurred over the past 6,000 years even remotely compares to what is yet to come upon this world, and soon. But first know that the Bible foretells a time of world peace, happiness, abundance, and universal prosperity. Many may think there is no hope for this world, but there is. Wonderful good news lies beyond today's bad news. The great Creator God will soon intervene and save humanity from itself. But before this occurs, world trouble will greatly increase, intensifying to staggering proportions. This will be followed by unexpected and cataclysmic events that will shake the entire world. Civilization as we know it will forever change. But God has not left mankind without a source of answers that reveals in detail what lies ahead. Tragically, believing things will eventually turn out all right, many hide their eyes, ignore God's words, and choose to pursue pleasure and the accumulation of material goods. But for the short term, things will not turn out all right. World conditions are and will become far more serious than any could realize. God understands human nature and where it always leads when left to its own devices. This allows him to know and to guide the awesome future events that will occur from now on. It has become God's time to reveal what lies ahead. The stage is set, and he has lifted the curtain on the future. This world must be warned while there is still time, and so must you be warned. Revelation describes soon-coming terrible plagues and world-shattering, truly earth-shaking events. Take heed. If you do, you can escape them. Signs, seals, symbols, vials, visions, trumpets, thrones, plagues, angels, beasts, heads, horns, witnesses, woes, wars, numbers, multitudes, messages, and mystery. Revelation contains all of these terms. But what do they mean? Crucial background is necessary to set up all that there is to be learned about the book of Revelation. Most believe that Revelation is sealed, closed from understanding. It is called a mystery book without meaning. Yet it is an entire book of important, vital meaning. It is filled with answers. You will be intrigued, even fascinated by the clarity of what can be known from the book of Revelation. Events are building to a final culmination, a tremendous climax. The above terms can be unlocked, they can be understood, you can know their meaning if you have the necessary keys. 1/3 of the Bible is prophecy, the future written in advance. The Bible is approximately 750,000 words, with about 250,000 devoted to many, many prophecies. Almost half the books of the Old Testament are included in either the so-called major prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, or minor prophets, Hosea, Joel, Amos, and 9 others. The Apostle Paul explained that the New Testament church was, quote, built on the foundation of the apostles and prophets. Since the church stands on the words of the prophets, Christians are supposed to understand prophecy. If God commands men to live by every word of God, and He does, He would not exclude the full third that is prophecy. The prophet Daniel spoke of a time when many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then, speaking of the end time, he wrote, "The wise shall understand." Jesus directly referenced and paraphrased Daniel in the New Testament Olivet prophecy. This is where he answered the disciples' question about the sequence of events to occur at the end of the age. He reinforced Daniel's statements about those events by saying, "Whoso reads, let him understand." We will see in a moment that this has to be talking primarily to people alive at the end of the age. This is because the book of Daniel was sealed until that time. Also, Christ's description of events prior to His coming are warnings to people who live at the time of His coming. This much should be obvious. Now understand, God has opened up, revealed to His servants what lies ahead. He wants you to understand. He does not want you confused, ignorant, or fearful of the future. So then we ask, what are the wise to understand? Important keys exist which open up Bible prophecies, but the world knows nothing of them. No wonder so many claim that the meaning of Revelation cannot be explained. How could they understand without the keys?